Your stove timer just went off and you stared at it like it personally betrayed you. That tiny beep is basically the sound of every food business owner asking themselves if today is the day they quit. Running a private chef gig or a small catering operation out of your home kitchen sounds like a dream. Until your dream starts smelling like burnt garlic and regret at midnight, nobody warns you that passion and exhaustion can taste exactly the same after the third event in one weekend. Here's the thing nobody puts on a motivational poster. Quitting or pausing a food business is not failure, it is just data, like a thermometer telling you the chicken is not done yet. Think about the early days of home catering, back when most folks just had a few pots and a dream bigger than their kitchen counter. People often worked themselves into the ground because stopping felt like admitting defeat, even when their bodies were begging for a nap. You have to separate two totally different feelings: burnout and bad business model. Burnout means you need rest, a bad model means you need a new plan, and confusing the two is how chefs end up crying over a sheet pan at 2 in the morning. A lot of private chefs feel guilty for even thinking about pausing, like the universe assigned them a permanent shift. But businesses are not pets. They do not need you every single day to survive. Sometimes they need a break to actually grow. Let us talk numbers for a second, because numbers do not lie even when your enthusiasm does. If your monthly income is sitting around $2,000 but your expenses are creeping toward $1,800, that gap is basically a tiny smoke alarm warning you before the real fire starts. Caterers especially get stuck in the hustle trap, saying yes to every single gig because saying no feels like leaving money on the table. But the table only holds so much weight before it collapses, and so do you, which is a very expensive lesson to learn the hard way. Here's a fun twist. Sometimes pausing actually makes your business look more valuable. Kind of like how a band taking a break makes fans want them more. Scarcity creates demand, and disappearing for a bit can remind clients why they liked you in the first place. A 2009 study on small business survival found that most failures came from poor planning, not poor cooking or poor service. So if your food is incredible but your spreadsheet looks like abstract art, that is your sign to pause and fix the boring stuff before it eats the fun stuff. There is also the emotional side, the part where you feel like quitting equals letting people down, your family, your followers, your loyal sourdough customer named Gary. But Gary will survive. Gary always survives, and your mental health deserves the same loyalty you give Gary's standing order. A smart move before quitting completely is testing a pause first, like stepping away for 1 month and watching what happens. If clients scatter like confused pigeons, you learn something. If they wait patiently, you learn something even more valuable. Doubt will absolutely show up here, whispering that maybe you were never cut out for this and that voice is annoying and mostly wrong. Doubt is just fear wearing a chef's apron, and the trick is feeding it information instead of letting it run the kitchen. The real lesson is this: quitting and pausing are tools, not punishments, and using them wisely is what separates burnt-out hobbyists from long-term business owners. Preparation beats panic every single time, so check your numbers, check your energy, and make the call before the call makes itself. So if you are sitting there wondering whether your food business needs a break, a pivot, or a full stop, you are already doing the smart thing by asking. If you want to learn more about how we help people build smarter, sustainable food businesses, check out our links in the description.